What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Travel Tip Tuesday. We just sailed on the Norwegian Cruise Line's newest ship, the Norwegian Aqua, and while it was a pretty good experience, there were definitely a few things that we wish we had known before we got on board. Today, I am sharing 8 important tips from surprising app limitations to food schedules and even a few insider tricks that can help make your cruise even better. Some of these would have saved us some time and made our trip a little bit smoother, so I'm excited to share them with you so hopefully you can avoid some of the issues that we had. Let's jump right into it. First up, the Norwegian Cruise Line app on board the Aqua has some limitations. And I don't even know how because supposedly it's a brand new app. I don't know. They said they just reconfigured it. But you cannot mark your favorite activities or add anything to a personal calendar in the app. And that might sound small to you, but when you're trying to plan out shows and dinner and activities for you and other family members, it's easy to forget what you wanted to do. We found ourselves trying to remember show times from memory, and it would have been so much easier if we could have just favorited them in the app and kind of had our calendars lined up. Here's a tip though. Norwegian does deliver a printed daily schedule right to your stateroom each evening for the next day's activities. Carry it with you. It makes it so much easier to check what's going on without having to struggle with the app. Honestly, the app is not as useful as it would be if you were able to do that in it, so it's a little bit easier to just have the paper copy. Speaking of the app, there is no free onboard chat feature either, and I'm hearing that it used to be, but apparently that is no more. That means you can't easily message friends or family that are traveling with you while you're on board unless you pay for a Wi-Fi that will allow you to use, like a WhatsApp or iMessaging or something along those lines. Once we ran through those 75 minutes of Wi-Fi that are included in the More SC package, we ended up just making a plan each morning about where we're going to meet up, and that's not our preferred way to do it, especially when traveling with a preteen. But, trying to find each other without being able to message each other got a little tricky. Now I hear that may be coming back, but I don't know. We'll see. Now let's talk about the shows. Norwegian Aqua has some incredible entertainment, but seats can fill up very fast. And when I say fast, I mean we never even caught a theater show because they were full every single time we tried to get in. And on our sailing, they weren't taking reservations for anything. So learn from us. If you want to catch a show, particularly in the theater, the comedy show, or St. Norman's, plan to get there early. And I don't mean 15 minutes early, y'all. We did that and that was not good enough. You need to get there at least 30 to 40 minutes early in order to actually secure a seat. I cannot tell you how many times we went to that theater and it was standing room only. It's so disappointing. I'm here so you can learn from my mistakes, okay? But listen, something that really surprised us, even though food is available all the time, there were certain periods of day where the selection got very limited. For example, 3 o'clock on our sea day, okay? 3 o'clock on our sea day, our only options were the Surfside Grill, which is a very small, mini portion of the buffet that serves burgers and hot dogs and whatever 1 or 2 leftover items from the buffet they didn't get through that day. And then the local, which very quickly became known for having really long waits. So if you're used to ships where you can just grab pizza real quick all times of day or snacks fairly quickly at any hour, you may need to plan a little bit to make sure that you can get the foods that you want at the times that you want, because those off-peak times, it's going to be a little bit hard, okay? It ain't the easiest. My next tip is a food tip too, but before we go there, let me invite you to subscribe to the channel. It doesn't cost you anything, but it helps us so much. Hit that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss another video. And if you're feeling like you want a little something more, consider becoming a channel member. You'll get access to behind the scenes footage, exclusive content, first-hand knowledge of our travel plans, and more. Now let's get back to the video. All right, next up is a great family tip, y'all. Kids under the age of 18 eat free at specialty dining restaurants. Now, y'all know free is my favorite price. We enjoyed 2 specialty dining dinners during our cruise, and it was really nice that our son was able to eat for free. Now, for those free options, your kids do have to select an item from the kids menu. You can't go to Cagney's and order a ribeye for free, okay? You gotta order from the kids menu. But the kids menu did have some things like burgers, hot dogs, pizza, peanut butter and jelly, which my son likes. If you have a kid that's gonna want the steak and the lobster and the shrimp, then you're probably gonna have to go ahead and pay for the meal for them. But it made trying out dinner at the fancier restaurants a little bit more affordable and a lot more fun for the whole family. My next tip is another win for families. On the Norwegian Aqua, 10 to 12-year-olds have their own separate kids club. They're not mixed in with the younger kids or the older kids, which means tweens get age-appropriate activities. That's huge, y'all. They get a little independence and a much better overall experience. It really felt like a nice step up for that age group, and our son absolutely loved it. Another quick tip: if you are worried about wrinkles, since you can't bring a steamer on board anyway, you can actually borrow an iron and an ironing board from guest services. We used it to quickly touch up our formal wear before elegant night, and it worked perfectly. I usually like to bring wrinkle release spray, but it's good to know that you have the option without packing extra items. I will say though, they will not let you hold on to that iron for very long. It is still a safety concern. You get 1 hour. They bring you the iron. You have to be in your room. They bring you the iron. They bring you the ironing board, deliver it to you. They come back and get it back from you in an hour. If you leave it in that room and you ain't in there, they gonna come in your room and take it back. So just make sure you are ready with your items to use it when you call for it so that you can use it and give it right back to them. And finally, last but not least, do not miss Deck 8. It's home to Ocean Boulevard, a beautiful outdoor promenade with restaurants, relaxed seating areas, artwork, and amazing ocean views. It's way less crowded than the pool decks. Also, the pool deck on Norwegian Aqua only has one main pool, but Deck 8 has infinity pools, and the vibe there is just a lot more relaxed and less of the party feel that you get upstairs on the main pool deck. Less crowd, less busy, just an overall better experience in our opinion. You could make Deck 8 a whole day thing if you wanted to. And that's it, y'all. 8 things I wish I knew before boarding the Norwegian Aqua. I hope these tips help you have an even better cruise experience. Let me know, did I miss anything? I know some of y'all are avid Norwegian cruisers because y'all come in the comments and you tell us how much you love Norwegian. In fact, you guys are the ones that influenced us to try Norwegian. So tell me, what Norwegian tips did I miss? Drop them down in the comments below. And if you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more family cruise tips. And are you planning a cruise on Norwegian or any other cruise line? I'd love to know what cruise you're excited about next. And if you need a little help, hit me up. I am a travel advisor. I can help get you booked on your next cruise. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and I will see you next week for another Travel Tip Tuesday. Love you guys. Until then, Team Reese all day.